war goat instead of like a camel?
It's not going to be a goat.
Something?
It's going to be a goaticorn. It looks like a goat. It's a
Listen,
unicorn's horn.
if you ever like, I don't want a war horse, I want a goaticorn. I'm here for it. I wanted to see Augustine riding a goat with a. Wait, does she have horns and a unicorn?
Actually, yes, I like that better.
So full on like goat red horn curls with a unicorn, like
Exactly.
it's the.
That's actually kind of terrifying, but awesome.
Triceragoat.
I was just about to say that. I was trying to figure out exactly how to phrase it. I love it. Triceragoat.
Welcome to D&D.
Welcome to D&D. Previously on the key. All right. As their long journey to Eastwatch nears its completion, our heroes are now locked in one final trial. Given only 72 hours to complete their trek, we find our heroes now 10 hours into their journey. The first of the mountain ranges behind them, in the midst of the swamp lie ahead of them. What will become of them? So, you guys have just defeated some griffins, you just defeated some harpies. You're currently hiding out in Rory's little like pocket, which lasts for an hour. So if you need to hang out here for an hour, you can.
Augustine is just kind of slumped against the side.
So you guys are all up inside this rope trick that Rory has offered people.
Which is such a cool trick.
It is. Didn't we take a short rest just before we...
Don't take a short rest about 3 hours ago. 4 hours ago.
Has it been that long?
Did we take a short rest?
We did take a short rest. But
Because, yeah,
that was when Rory and Gray were investigating the watchtower.
Yep.
That was about 4 hours ago.
And then the wind at the top
It
was
was
trying to
around
push us off. And then we began our descent on the other side.
It's around hour 6.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, you guys are currently up there. If you want to take another short rest, you can, or you can continue heading down. It is, at this point, y'all left around 7 o'clock in the morning, so it's around 5 o'clock or so. So, I mean, it is, for y'all's reference, it's like middle summer, so it's like July-ish time frame. July becoming August. So the sun is setting late. But you guys are also on the eastern side of the mountain range, so it may get a little darker for y'all earlier as the sun dips behind the mountain. But it's not a couple hours before that.
Cool. Well, Kari's not doing too bad, so while everybody's gathering their wits about them and deciding what to do, she's gonna pick up, see if we can get about 5 pounds-ish of that obsidian in her bag.
Okay. It's not hard to break off. Make just like a general dexterity check. You
Nice.
don't slice your hands open as you try to break off the super sharp obsidian.
Dex check.
Yeah, straight.
16.
16, yeah. Easy enough to do. It'll take you about 10 minutes or so to get like 5 pounds of obsidian shards.
Okay.
But, if you're all cool for hanging out for like 10 minutes, as far as, and I think Rory probably would have wanted.
Yeah, Rory actually did mention that he wanted some as well. So
Rory's working there with you, and y'all get around 5 pounds or so of obsidian.
While they're doing that, I'm grabbing a couple griffin feathers.
Sure. Yeah, easy enough to do. If you're just trying to get some feathers there.
I'm harvesting.
What are you trying to harvest off of? Like feathers are pretty easy to pull if you're trying to get something additional.
Talents.
On talents? Okay. I mean, do you try to like actually like harvest it? You just be like, I'll just cut that off and deal with it later.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's.
You said it's a griffin, right? Because it's like a lion head.
Logan now has an eagle head, lion backside.
Okay.
oh no.
Sorry, potato.
So it doesn't have talents.
Yeah. So its front, sort of paws are like eagle-like talons, and then its back, like the back half of it is lion in design, so it has like lion rear legs, and then they sort of lion tail.
And of course, Freddy is going to be checking bodies for any type of loot that he might find himself.
Of course. Sure. Do an investigation for Freddy as he's sort of looking through the parties, see if they have anything of interest on
23.
He's just happy to roll as a rogue again right now.
I am. This is a high plus. I don't know if my character has this high of a plus on anything.
Doesn't have, like, looking through the heartbeats, there's not a whole lot to them. They're wearing essentially just sort of like tattered type clothing. And getting a closer look at them now, you see that they are sort of feminine humanoid in shape, but their hands and their feet extend into like almost like those evil-like talons. So it's making sort of very sharp claws or talons at both their hands and feet. And then their faces, while feminine, where the mouth shapes, it's less of a mouth and shapes almost more into like a beak type. But looking on them, they don't really seem to have a whole lot on their person. They don't seem to carry much.
Augustina's staying up there as long as she can, and she's probably just like staring at the exit, contemplating getting down. And when people are finally like, "We need to go," she's like, "I'm coming."
All right.
So it does take about 10 minutes for Rory and Kari to get their 5 pounds of obsidian. Y'all just hang out for those 10 minutes? Or y'all hang out any longer beyond that?
How's everybody looking?
I'm not bloody yet.
I'm barely missing any, so.
Augustina is just really tired.
Yeah, I believe 30's also doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fine.
Rory's good. Out of anyone, I would be the one who is the most beat up, which is about par for course thus far.
If you're showing some wear and tear, May will come over and just tap your shoulder. Say, I know we don't say it very often, but thank you for everything you do. And cast Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds.
That will be 21 points of healing.
Dang.
Right. At what level?
Second.
Jeez. Let's 2d8, everybody.
Did you roll
so
well
good.
in 2d8?
No.
Decently, 6 and 6.
That's decent.
Well, let me just return the favor and say thank you as well. I do believe you are the one who keeps us going very much through a lot of the bumps and bruises and scrapes and looking around with like stupid decisions, maybe.
He says that as Kari's like eyeing the leap to the trees.
It's still a notable way. Feasible, perhaps. So, are you all hanging out longer than 10 minutes, or whenever you are finished, are y'all moving on?
I feel like there's a reason to.
No. Let's move on down.
Y'all this
Continue
the
the
rope trick. Roy recollects his rope, and you all continue heading down these various sort of steps. As you all continue, you moving down. How are you all getting through these steps? As there are some that are only like 10 feet, and there are some that are closer to 30. Are those who can leap leaping? Are you all slowly climbing? Are you just saying, "Nah, we'll just end it"? Like, what's the approach here?
Kari's gonna probably take a little bit of the lead and just drop down each one and kind of scout around, make sure there's nothing leaping out to surprise them.
Okay.
I will go ahead and Miss Augustina, I have something that might be helpful for both of us. Just assisting our way down, make us a little bit more dexterous, graceful, perhaps, if you're interested.
I don't feel like arguing.
So I will cast Enhance Ability Cat's Grace at 3rd level, so for both myself and Augustina.
Dang.
So that's advantage on dex checks, and if you fall from 20 feet or less, you don't take any damage.
Very nice.
That's so cool.
Okay. So we'll say with that, with Gray's general dexterity, Riker, you're, I imagine, just muscling your way down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do we think Rory is getting down? Well, he does have the ropes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of figured, I would be in between the Gray, Rory, and Riker would be belaying and setting up ropes, so I'd take the back end, be the anchor.
Yeah. And I would say with
Jump,
that,
I'll catch you.
y'all sort of continue on these steps fairly easily. Some of y'all a little more tired, but eventually you notice that these steps, the distance between them becomes more, becomes greater, and the ground itself becomes less of a step and more in between these steps, more of an actual like mountainous incline or decline, I should say. Until eventually there are very few of these steps. Following along sort of the path of least resistance, as you all are now becoming late in the evening. You notice that the path sort of leads to a valley, ravine, a split, and it seems like the path of ease would send you down into. Now there is the option to sort of climb up and stay outside of this gap. The gap itself, it's 20, 30 feet, 15 feet wide. It varies. Picture, if you will, the Path of the Dead walk of how like but the entrance to it is sloped, so that if you wanted to not walk through this, you could climb your way up over and stay elevated. But that does seem the ease of walking path would send you through it, but you could climb up, out, and over it if you want.
I'm getting a very 300s Hell's Gates vibe going on here.
That too. Yeah, that too.
Are we seeing signs of any animal life or creatures within?
Make it investigation or nature check.
Arms,
So does that mean I get an advantage?
Yeah, unless you want to roll separate.
Helped a little bit. Investigation or nature?
Yeah.
That'll be an 8.
8. Okay. I mean, y'all have seen or heard creatures out. You don't see any immediate like, this is a path that will lead to a bear cave or anything like that.
Are you sure this isn't perception or perhaps survival?
Oh, those wisdom-based.
Sure, let's call it survival.
Okay, that takes it to 13.
Okay.
Hey.
Still, you're not noticing any heavily traveled paths. One thing y'all were noticing as you were sort of climbing down is those deposits of obsidian were becoming less common. As you were getting down, the trees were becoming slightly more common as y'all are transitioning. But
During as we get to the steps smoothing out, are we reaching like tree level with the? Are we able to see the swamp area yet?
you can kind of see the sort of low-hanging like fogs and the canopy for sure.
Okay.
And it is, I mean, it's not like this hard line of like there was none and now there is. It's just like the amount of trees and just canopy cover from the trees has slowly been increasing. It went from like one lone tree every once in a while to, okay, there's clusters, there's a bit more, but it's still fairly scattered. It's not like you're not like in it right now.
Gotcha. So about how far away from the like, we are definitely in swamp territory now, out of the, based on our map that we've got.
Well, your map is of the swamp.
Right, so have we reached the edge of the map yet?
No.
Okay.
No. You guys are still in more like the mountain. You're definitely like the ground below you is still mostly rock,
Cool.
mostly mountainous. It's just the trees themselves are becoming more. And these aren't necessarily like the heavy laden swamp trees either. These have very some would be more like evergreen type. So the trees themselves don't even feel like swamp or ominous or anything. These are still like
Swamp ominous. That's our new descriptor of
the
the day.
ominous swamp.
So do we want to...
New team name.
Right. The swamp ominous. The ominous succulents. Alright, so do we want to go through the pass or do we want to go over it?
Augustina just like keeps walking and you ask the question. It's like, oh, right, over.
Fair enough. Anybody else want to weigh in?
I'm not seeing any particular signs of creatures within, and if we're getting somewhat close to the end of this mountainous region before we get to the swamp, we might be able to find a more safer place to rest.
So straight through it is, it sounds like.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So, we'll y'all
Make our way through the gates.
make your way through. It is at times gets like not uncomfortably narrow for y'all. If y'all were on horses or something, it might be a little tight. But for y'all, it never really feels like it gets terribly narrow at first. And then as it like that one. And as it continues to move in and y'all get closer and move further on, you do notice within this ravine some more of those obsidian deposits seem to be becoming more and more prevalent.
Did we pass that pillar earlier on our way to, I think it was Bronze Leaf?
Yeah.
Was that obsidian as well?
Yes. This is like very like raw, jagged, like straight from the earth, like
And that
shards
had
of-
been more formed,
that was a carved
but they were both
obelisk.
obsidian. Interesting.
Yeah. That was very clearly like someone had constructed. This is just like rock deposits. Yes, they're looking.
How high is are the walls above us, basically?
As y'all get in, sort of looking up, the walls, I mean, it's 50, 60, 70 feet up to the top.
I'm assuming in all of this, Rory is probably like perception check with all of them. It's just do that in the future.
Yeah. And so, as I would say, as y'all are sort of moving through this, it does get narrow enough at points where I would like a sort of marching order for y'all as you're moving through this.
At one of those narrow parts, is it narrow enough that Kari could, at any variance of her sizes, like chimney climb her way up?
I think, honestly,
If not, that's okay.
yeah,
One of those-
like the narrowest it really gets is probably like 10 or so feet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's never like, oh, please.
Okay.
Especially as you look up anywhere, I mean, and it's not like a sheer, like they may be like, oh, this could work, and you sort of look up and you're like, oh, it gets really wide right there. Okay, no. So it's some of those things.
She would have to go like
Yeah.
face climbing to get to the top.
So as y'all are moving, I would like a marching order going through this little pass here. Who is out in front?
I'd probably take point on this one.
Okay.
Kari's comfortable in the mountains.
I would assume Freddy's probably right behind him.
Okay.
I'll take them back.
Back.
Rear guard.
Augustina will be wherever people put her, so.
You want me to carry you?
Augustina's next to Riker and takes the lead of Carrie. Okay. Do you have a preference on your location, just somewhere in the middle?
Probably towards the back in the middle.
Okay, so you'll be next to Augustina and then Rory.
We'll be walking, Riker will be looking at Augustine and grabbing links of rope and shaving like a backpack on us.
Okay. So as y'all are traversing
Didn't
now,
realize it was that
has
kind of
now
dungeon.
been another hour, marking now 5 hours since your last.
It's not here. Somebody's got to make the jokes.
And with that, I would like all of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh dear. Oh, okay. Who's rolling, Freddy?
Oh, jeez.
I will. I'm just gonna roll everybody. Oh boy.
Okay, so
Maybe I should have rolled
15,
19.
19.
It's a natural one.
Riker.
So Gray
Okay.
rolled a
He has a plus 3.
3, so he's got a 6.
6.
Rory rolled a 5.
Okay.
He's got a 10.
Okay.
Riker now 20.
Okay. So anybody who rolled 10 or lower takes a point of exhaustion.
Oh.
Surprise, surprise.
So that should be 2 for Augustina, and then 1 for Gray and 1 for
How
Rory.
do you mark exhaustion?
It should
under
be under
conditions.
conditions.
Let's roll. No, you are right here.
So that means for those two, they have disadvantage on ability checks. So keep that in mind for them. And then Augustina, your speed is halved. So that will slow down y'all's progress notably. As Augustina now.
How good is Riker with ropes?
Riker sees she is slowed significantly. If
I
you
would
would
like- Do you care?
Augustina will let him,
Okay.
and she probably at some point in time over the course of the next couple hours just kind of rests her chin on his shoulder and falls asleep. So,
Okay, I would like Riker to make an athletics check. As he continues this
Why?
journey.
okay, so he's not able to add exhaustion.
Okay. That's good. We'll keep track of that. I'll add it in.
What do I need to do?
Make an athletics check as you are carrying. Augustina.
Going to use a
Search point for advantage.
$18.
18. Without great difficulty, you'll manage to carry Augustina through this. As you guys are moving, those obsidian deposits seem to be becoming more and more prevalent. And because of them, what would normally be a wide enough trail at parts becomes very narrow. I would like everyone, except for, I would say, Augustina, to make dexterity saving throws as you are attempting to maneuver your way through these.
Is it possible since Augustine is on?
I'm gonna roll Freddy.
Give him advantage.
If anything, Riker would probably be at disadvantage as he is carrying his backpack and you.
Even though I'm being like, look out over here.
I rolled a disadvantage.
Okay. So what was your Riker's
roll
dexterity saving throw?
is it modified 20?
Okay. And what was Rory's?
Rory's this is 3.
Okay. And what did you roll for Gray as
I
well?
did. Dexterity, he's got a 21.
Okay. You didn't make one?
27 with a natural 20.
Okay.
8.
8. Okay, for those who rolled below a 10, you take 10 points of slashing damage
Ouch.
as you maneuver your way through these points. And so that was Rory, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
Freddy's good.
Yeah, Freddy, I believe, did very well.
Yeah, 21.
Okay.
I think that's just me and Lori.
So this is Rory's dice.
So,
Friday's dice.
as y'all have moved through, the obsidian at some points is in such a way that some of you manage to slide through, but some of you do get caught on these various deposits. But eventually, you all do end up making it to the other side.
Kari just shrinks herself down to really, really small.
Another hour passes as y'all finally make your way through. And now that you have sort of come through, you can see now in front of you, fairly close, maybe another hour's journey or so, is the swamp itself. You see that there are a few more steps, but the tree canopy, now as you come out of this sort of ravine, is becoming fairly thick. The sun is setting fairly far behind you. And there are just a couple more of these steps. So as you all sort of begin moving and working your way down these steps, these are not difficult. These actually are almost surprisingly easy. There are rock clusters that make it so you don't have to climb down these steep things, as like this side is a little easier. You begin to maneuver and work your way down. It is now about 7 o'clock evening. The sun is fairly low behind the mountain, and I would like to know, as y'all are working your way down one of the last sort of steps here, who would be sort of the first person down, scanning ahead, maybe looking for a place to rest, and who would be the last person down?
I'm the last.
Okay, and you're
Gotta be
good.
first.
Okay, I would like both of you to make perception checks.
That's great.
Oh, not bad.
Kari, you do not have dark vision, right?
No.
So this would be at disadvantage. As it is just getting that dark enough time period, as you're especially looking forward sort of into the more canopy-laden area.
Mm-hmm.
So what were your perception checks?
Modified 20.
20?
I had a natural 20, and then you ruined it for 12.
12. Okay. As you are moving down these last bits, sort of helping each other down, Riker, you are keeping an eye out, providing sort of that anchor, being, doing that thing where you're up top and sort of like lowering people down. You sort of glance up just in time to see, as Kari, you're scanning around looking. And
I don't like this.
you look, and then you turn to see sort of behind you, and you look back, and as you look back into the forest, you see standing right next to you, you see a black void of a face. You see this brown hood just sort of staring back into you as you gaze into nothing but a void. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shoot! I don't like this.
Let us know on the positive side. You have seen something that you have never seen before that you now can emulate.
That's true.
Maybe. There are rules. There are rules.
Should you survive?
You said con?
Yep.
That's an 18 plus 2, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay.
Is this like a humanoid shape, or is this
This is
is this a like?
vaguely humanoid in its nature. It has humanoid design, but this has a brown hood, and you're looking where like a face should be. There's nothing but like a black starless void.
I don't like that.
So you said you got a 13?
No, modified.
Sorry,
Modified 20.
Modified 20. Sorry.
Don't you deduct points off mine?
All of us are like, no.
No.
Okay.
You said you got a 3?
Yeah. You managed to be. You are unaffected as this void looks into you. Right, you see this now as it sort of turns, and as you gaze back into this, you feel this sense as no, I need to learn how to read this thing. You are not. I apologize.
Wait, what?
Okay, so you
Make up your mind.
Okay.
It's a
I'm sorry,
complicated
Your
thing.
character dies.
You die.
My bad.
Not my character, I die.
Yeah. So as you sort of stare back into this void, you feel as if it is trying to drain your very essence out of you. Riker, as you look down, you see this thing suddenly in front of Kari. Kari, as you resist whatever this face is drawing to you, you take 16 points of psychic damage.
Oh, shoot.
And with that, we're actually going to kick off initiative.
Why? Oh, frack.
I mean, it's appropriate.
I don't like you.
I know.
What is this thing? This dice, I love this dice. This dice is rolling great right now. I feel like this dice just saved my life. Oh.
Potentially.
All right, watch cables.
You need help?
But she had money. She landed on her feet.
Hey, you know, cat's grace. There you go. Oh my gosh, Wes. Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity,
Yes.
so, like, is this thing, like, right in my face, like,
Yes.
right up next to me? Okay.
And I would say this, as you all were looking around, because I forgot to mention earlier, and you sort of just noticing it now.
So cool.
So just noticing it now, you see what looks to be various grave markings, gravestones,
Oh, shoot.
just sort of loosely scattered about. So, as y'all are climbing down,
I don't like this.
sort of here, keeping an eye out. Same there, sort of here. We'll move this tree stump out of the way. I go sort of back here with Christina. We'll say Freddie was down here.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Put Roy up here, as y'all sort of climbing down. And
Can I get the tree in the corner taken
this
off?
one?
Uh-huh.
Good. My hands that just
Disassemble.
It's beautiful. I love the map. Holy cow. Just gorgeous. But thank you for letting me see.
that's the beauty of these trees.
Just like move the
Thought
map
this
so
is-
I can actually see.
No, disassemble number 5.
That's the beauty of dwarf woods. You can just rip trees out.
Deforestation.
We need to clear the trees so we can see. Okay.
I am the AM. I speak for the trees.
The trees say F you.
Rory goes into a rage.
Rory takes a level in Barbarian.
He always was one.
The multi-class we never knew about.
He was never an unofficial to begin with. He's always been a barbarian.
That we need.
Yeah.
Everything is a lie. Alright, initiatives. So, do we have... Okay, over 20. Kari and...
Did you roll for gray or do I need to?
I roll for gray.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Kari, what was yours?
23.
23, Riker?
21.
Okay, so we have Kari going first once again. 23.
Are we shocked?
Did you roll with advantage for Rory? Okay, and you were at 21.
Riker's 21.
Okay. Over 15.
Right at 15 is Rory.
About 15 and Rory.
Gray.
And Gray is 13.
And so we said, I'm sorry, Rory was 15?
15.
Okay.
Gray was 13.
15, there's 13. Okay.
I don't like the gargoyle-looking things. That looks terrifying.
Okay, Augustina. Okay. Ooh.
Appropriately, Augustina is 3.
Okay. And there.
8.
Forgot.
Not going last.
Should have been disadvantage,
No.
but they are exhausted.
Okay, well I rolled 2 dice for Rory. Both of them were 14s.
Okay, that's fine.
Canceled out.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Gray's lower one is the one that I just got.
Okay. Okay,
So you just
perfect.
got 11.
So
Plus 3.
Mayor's 8
Yes.
and Augustina's 3. Okay. And so with that, Ari, you are up first. As you see in front of you, a mini. Where did it go?
We killed it already. Next one.
That's impressive. Y'all good.
Yeah. That was with that dirty 20. It was like just Kari immediately reacted and punched in it.
We're gonna say that Jay came over here and saw the mini and was like, "This can't be used."
So we'll replace with an ancient dragon.
So the big white one over
There
there.
you go. Man,
Riker slowly
I have to
back
find it. So sorry,
Yes, we're putting
I have to find
time.
it because I need that vindication. Where is it? I don't need it.
I swear I didn't take it.
I know you didn't. I just feel like blaming you anyways.
I mean, that seems.
Is it already on there?
Sorry, y'all. Think I would have been more prepared for this.
You were if your players wouldn't go. I banked on you.
What in the?
I don't know.
This is what this is like. This is like the elevation platforms all over again. They're right in front of my face and I still can't find them.
What
Okay,
I heard
well-
you said you surrendered.
Until we find what it is that I'm looking for, we'll just use this.
Did you eat it with Augustina's mini?
No. No?
It's just like, no. Well, no.
So directly right in front of you, you see sort of that black void with this sort of brownish mantle over it. And it is your go, Kari.
Punch it like just full instinct reactive. Just.
Okay.
Ah!
Punch into it.
Ow. Come on, there it goes. Ooh. That is a 18.
18 hits.
All right, and second attack. That is a 24.
24 hits. And this is with your,
This is punchy punch.
you're punching? Okay.
Yeah, because I freaked out.
Okay, yep, absolutely. Punch.
That is between the two of them, 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So,
You notice as you're punching it, your impacts don't seem to be hitting quite as hard as you were expecting.
oh, like resistant or not, or magical?
You're-
Because I'm magical now. Because I got the gauntlets.
Oh. Valid point. Never mind then. Yes, they're hitting just fine. You're absolutely right. I had forgotten about those. Excellent. So that was your action.
I want to try and pump a stunning strike.
Perfect. So it's a Constitution saving throw
Yep.
from my boy here. That is a natural 1.
So it is stunned.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what stun does. Okay, yeah.
Stun.
Auto fails.
This one.
Strength and dex saves. Attack rolls have advantage. That's what I was looking for.
So it is now stunned. You can use your your bonus action and your movement still.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little flippy over to get to where I can be flanking with somebody,
Okay.
and I'm I did not like that at all. I'm trying to get, there it goes. Bonus actions I can do. I'm just gonna take one more unarmed strike because I don't know
Okay.
if this thing's alone yet.
Make your attack with advantage.
Um, 13 plus 8.
21.
Okay, we'll hit.
And then, ooh, that is a 6 plus 5, so that's 11. 11 points of damage.
Okay, very good.
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, as you end your turn, you feel that something around this creature is trying to just suck the very life from you as you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Oh!
Reduced to 2 because you're resistant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. It is now Riker's go.
How far away is that?
25, 30.
Do I see? I'm gonna put Augustine down.
I'm sure I've already seen that.
I have that emergency clip where I just pull.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Progressive for making this on the walk as you go. Yeah,
It's all
absolutely.
about how you tie it off, bro. Honestly, if we're
Just a series of slip knots, man. I got it.
I don't feel or sense anything around me.
No. Not in your immediate vicinity. With your killing that and you're talking about your 10 feet of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope. Nothing more than what you already know is there.
I'm sorry. I wrestle this out.
Stand up, move around.
You can move.
I need to come right up to the table.
Absolutely. I'm gonna walk around, come right up to the table.
You can do that here.
You're allowed to move.
Good deal.
I see Lauren and a John's horn.
This is so bad.
Yeah, the amount of oh crap's going through my head right now.
And these for the record that you see, these are
Yeah.
more of those obsidian
Yeah.
pieces.
What is that?
It looks to be like some sort of grave marker or something.
That sounds terrible.
I don't trust it. I don't trust any of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna point out the grave marker to the people who are up top. I'm sure I've already seen it. I don't know how wise it is to have everyone cross right now, and I don't know if there might be more of them. 3-on-1, 4-on-1, 6-on-1. I doubt it's just one. I'm gonna, if I can move, I'll pull a javelin out and eat a javelin.
Okay. Make your, you throwing 2 or just 1?
Just one.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Very nice.
Roll your damage.
Javelin would be 6.
Yes. D6 plus strength.
5.
Your 5 plus 4.
Yes.
5 plus 9.
9.
Okay. And then you do notice that this seems to not impact it as greatly. It's non-magical item. So that is reduced to 9, reduced to 4.
Was that doubled for the nat 20?
No.
Oh,
So
so
that should be 10 plus 4 is 14.
14. Okay. Perfect.
Good catch. Ooh, hold
Okay, so that was your first attack. Your second attack?
on. Hold on.
Jay, what's pulsing? Oh, you're doing that. I was like, what is pulsing?
It started spazzing out on me. I'm like, how do I make it stop?
With my strike, though,
Mm-hmm.
I inspired Gray.
Yes, you do. Does that have to be a
Critical hit.
on a melee strike?
When you score a critical hit.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. The Veracity of your attack inspires Greg, so for the next minute he has a D4 inspiration. And so we still have your second attack though?
Yeah.
So another one?
Yeah, let's use it.
There he is. He was right in front of me the whole time.
He was hiding, trying to suck your soul.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh! Make that attack with advantage, he's stunned. Obviously the first one's natural 20.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Good.
I'm trying to figure out the... I'm going to 23 profiles and it's throwing me off. They're all on different pages.
What's on yours?
This is 16 plus 7, so 23.
23, that hits, so it's a D6.
And that's 5 points.
5. Okay. That was your action. You want to move it all? Bonus action?
I will make sure that I'm someplace safe where we can't just have someone attack us from the back and take Augustine or Mayor.
So what do you want to do?
Move Augustine in front of me is what I'm going to do.
Okay, so you just step back here.
No, I'm moving her.
You can't necessarily move
That's
her,
fair.
but you can just move to the other end of her. You don't have the fighting maneuver that you move people.
That's fair.
Okay. Moving away. Okay. It is now some of my bad boys go. It's baddies number 1.
It's more than one.
The
I
first.
like it.
My guy is stunned, and that's very unfortunate. But you see, coming out of this gargoyle right here, it seems a winged creature made out of shadow form you
Oh no.
right out of here.
That's fun.
And yeah, it is then going to make its attack against you, Mayor, as it appears and you are the first thing right in front of it that it sees. That is a 14.
A 14 will. Let me scroll back up here. Will miss.
Misses you.
Yes.
All right.
First, it'll reach out with its second claw, which makes 2 claw attacks.
It doesn't need to, I promise.
And that is a natural 1. So as it appears and tries to strike out at you, both missing, it will then move over here. And yeah, it's actually going to fly and move over here. So you can have attack opportunity against it if you wish.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that is both of my boys' turn because he doesn't get to make a save. He just unstuns at your next turn, right?
Correct.
How unfortunate. It is now Rory's
I
turn.
don't agree with that, but okay.
Rory. I'm going to look and say, this is odd. I've never seen you before. And he casts Fairy Fire to illuminate.
Okay. They need to make dexterity saves. Okay. I believe where's my stun? I believe he auto fails stun creatures incapacitated. Auto fails strength and dexterity. So my Bodak automatically fails, and he is marked. And the other guy makes I believe 16.
No.
Okay, so he is not marked, but this guy having a real rough time of it is marked.
Yeah, for sucking my soul.
Attacks on him will have advantage as he is illuminated in lights that seem to just dance and float around in this area. He is currently concentrating now on fairy fire. That is his action. Does he want to move anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of his turn, he takes 5 points of necrotic damage as the aura of that creature continues to just suck the life out of those nearby him.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay. It is now. That is number 2 go. You see coming out of this sort of area back here, this gravesite here, a creature comprised of shadow forms. And then out of this one here, another one appears, and they will move his 40, move up to Gray, and this one will move up to Rory. Everything's falling over. My hands are shaking.
Well, you know, it would help if you didn't have quite so many creatures in this battle to control. It'd be
Right.
easier to move things around, Wes.
Not near as much fun. Okay.
I would just make him put one big creature on the...
These boys will make their attacks. First attack against Rory. Going to be a 15, which will miss. And nope, a 12, which also misses. And then an attack against Gray. 9. These dice are rolling like, oh, man, so we're switching it up.
Nope. Keep using them.
That's a natural 1. My boys can hit anything. Okay. So as they both just sit there and...
Every DM in the world feels their pain.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be the end of their go. It is now Gray's turn.
So, real quick, to make sure, because things are a little crowded, so we have 3 shadowy creatures that have emerged, and the one that we originally saw next to Kari, is that right?
Yes.
And that's all we see so far?
Yes.
Okay.
One shadow creature is winged, and the other 2 just sort of move.
Yep.
And then you have the corporeal figure in the center there.
Cool.
I like it.
What is Rory doing?
Rory's.
Gray.
He's gonna hit the dude that he's got flanking with.
Okay. You have the advantage? Yep. Make your attacks with advantage against him. What weapon?
I was gonna say, he's got magical weapons,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
he's using his +1 dagger.
+1 dagger? Okay, so he gets his first
Stabs.
attack with advantage.
To hit.
16 hits. So that's a d4 and 3d6.
I missed. 16 plus 3, 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. Ooh, good hits. Okay.
Does he get another attack?
No. But he has his bonus action offhand if he wants to take it with another dagger. Does he have a second +1?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, with his offhand with the second +1 dagger.
Natural 19.
Okay, that hits. So that's just 1d4 +1. Doesn't add anything else.
+1?
No, because you don't add that to your offhand.
Okay. 5.
Okay. Good rolls for him. This creature's definitely not looking like it's having a good time. Y'all have opened up and carved into it. It is now Mare's go, unless Gray wants to move at all.
He's right next to a dude.
Yeah.
He's not gonna move.
Okay. Mare.
Okay. Having seen where we're at, the grave markers, and the sort of life-stealing, life-sucking energy of the creatures,
She's expecting us to come to. Sorry.
do these strike Mare as natural creatures?
No, these are definitely undead. Mare would know that. Just especially considering that she's seeing 3 of them rise up out of graves.
Okay. Considering that, is there anywhere I can move in so I can get at least 2 of them within 5 feet of me?
Ooh.
Not 2 of them. They're all just too far apart.
All right, then how about the one that is looking a little scraggly at the moment?
Okay. The only one that's been hurt is the corporeal one in the middle. None of the other ones have been touched yet.
Okay. But that's the one that Gray was striking with the
Yeah.
knives at. Okay. Can I move
So
at
you're currently
all to
stunned and
hop
paralyzed.
down? Perfect. Can I move at all to hop down and get within 5 feet?
Sure. Yeah. It'll put you next to the flying one.
That's okay.
Actually, there you go. Both of them 5 feet of you right there.
Perfect. Mare takes the gold coin, the double-headed coin that she wears on a chain around her neck, and she holds it up and she says, you know, maybe less of a temptation and more of a gift. And she pours her energy into it, and you see a hilt start to form in her hand that extends into a long, shining golden blade as I cast Spiritual Weapon.
Love it. Love it.
Not a money back. Okay.
Oh, happy day.
For my bonus action, and then my action will be
Where are you placing your spiritual weapon?
like above my head, essentially, where I can. We'll get to that in just a moment. This is all sort of
Yeah, absolutely.
happening at the same time. And I will also use my action to speak aloud. And it's not really a word so much as it's like the sound of coins clinking together in a pouch that just resonates through the space and cast Word of Radiance.
Okay.
So I need the 2 that are within 5 feet of me to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's so cool.
That is a 12 and an 8, so they both fail.
Perfect. That will be 9 points of radiant damage.
Okay. You notice as this radiant damage hits into the corporeal form, it seems affected, but not nearly as affected as the shadow creature with wings behind you. As the radiant damage hits it, it seems to amplify the damage that it takes.
Good to know. So my golden glowing sword will swing down in like a backhand sweep behind me, striking out at the shadowy creature.
Okay.
That will be a natural 20.
Yes!
Oh, forgot how fun it was to get those.
Roll your I believe it's 1d8. Percent?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
1d8 doubled.
Roll well. 2 doubled, so 7.
That's 7, and then doubled once again.
14.
Vulnerability. On a 2, you did 14 points of radiant damage.
I'll take it.
As this creature went from looking unhurt to very damaged with a single act of your holy combat. Are you staying where you are?
Holy
You
combat.
can move about 10 more feet.
Are any of my allies looking particularly rough?
You have one friend who's looking particularly ouched.
Okay.
there's a couple of people on the field who are out.
I know several have taken damage. We'll go ahead and we'll hold there for a moment.
At the end of your turn, you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And we move to Augustine. You are currently behind this tree.
Just move. Right, really? Do you need to move? Because he moved around her.
If you wanted you
If you can see the screen, you're right there.
Yes, exactly.
I was gonna say, if you can see the screen, you're right there with the little yellow.
And she will attempt Ray of Frost on the one Mare hit that's looking particularly bad.
She hit both, and both are now looking very bad. You have the shadow wing and the corporeal.
Oh, well then
okay.
she'll hit the one that's closer to Grace.
Okay. What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. So that's an attack roll or is it
Range spell attack.
with advantage? That hits.
Oh, we're at 5th level. It's 2d8s. That's exciting. 14.
14 points of cold damage. As it strikes into it, you notice the cold damage does not do quite as much damage as you were hoping, but it still definitely hurts it.
It's because you're exhausted. That's why.
And then I will use 2 sorcery points to turn Ray of Sickness into a bonus action.
Okay.
And I will target that.
Okay.
Does it still have advantage?
Yeah. It is stunned and fairy fired. It has all the advantage.
18.
18. That hits. As you release the poison damage into it, you notice that it does nothing against
Good
it.
to know. Good to know.
But as that is a leveled spell, I need you to roll a surge.
We are fairly good.
Alright, so as we move up to 5 on that counter, it is now back to Kari's turn.
All right. I have a question.
Yes.
Does the creature in front of me feel undead? Do I get the vibrations?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Yeah, something left out the first round.
Notice it seems every creature that you are in combat with at this point has an undead nature to it. Right, that's on me. I was distracted trying to find the stupid mini.
Okay.
It too was undead because he thought it was, but really it wasn't.
Is it looking like it's on the cusp of becoming re-dead?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will save that one and I will unarmed strike it again.
Okay. I would say, as now that you are attempting to make an attack against it, you notice that the void within it seems to almost radiate without. If you, unless you try to look away from this void, you will have to make a save. So you essentially try to strike blind, which would be disadvantage, which then is a straight roll. Or you could have take the attack.
Ooh.
As this void seems to affect you.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough. I'll take the risk with the con save.
Okay.
Con save, right?
Yeah,
You roll nat 20s in your sleep.
Yeah, I could have used another one right there. Oh no, that's not too bad. 18?
18. You are
Was not nat 20.
another success.
Okay.
And so as such, you only take
Oh shoot, I forgot about that part.
24 points of psychic damage. Oh, I'm sorry. Halved. So 12 points of psychic damage.
I was about to say 24 on the
That was about to be Kari out.
So that's 12 points of psychic
Oh
damage.
my.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my god.
My, I can't take that.
Fine.
Okay, strike one. That is 9 points of damage.
Alright, this one's yours.
All right, I want to I like literally just kind of reach up, grab the hood, pull it down, and just punch him right through the face.
It's this almost like punching Jello effect, but as you do, it seems to just splinter and part, and then as if there's this sucking sound of the void closing in on itself right on top of your fist, and then just dissipates. Where the corporeal nature of its arms and its legs, even the cloak itself, seems to have been pulled into where this void once was at the center of this creature's face, and then it just is gone and disappears.
Okay, whew. That was rough. I don't like that. Okay,
For the
so
record, if you have failed by more than 5, you drop to 0 hit points.
it wouldn't have mattered because I was gonna be at 0 hit points regardless.
Start the combat with that though.
That would have been so bad. Oh, so bad.
You killed my Bodak, I hate you.
Thank you.
Bravo!
Kari's got a flying leap at the one next to Gray,
Okay.
and as she's flying through the air,
Flanking advantage, I would assume?
yes, as she's flying through the air, she's going to activate
Absolutely.
the Raven's Talon.
Jumping through, this black spectral blade protrudes forth as the undead nature of your target calls it forth.
And that is a natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
told you.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is about to get fun.
Yeah.
So wait, all right. So this is only the second time using Raven's Talon, the first time in combat.
Yep.
Am I adding that 2d10 on top of my 1d6?
Yeah, so you roll your 1d6, so normal damage, and then you add 2d10, which is then doubled because of your crit, which then adds, I believe it's half of your monk level.
So flip, yeah. Holy crap.
It can only be used once and against undead.
Okay, so 6, 10, 13.
Okay.
So doubled to 26 plus 5.
Plus 5, and then the Raven's Talon blade adds half your monk level on top of that.
So plus 2.
Okay, but some of that is necrotic damage. Your 2d10 and your half monk level is necrotic damage.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. My bad.
But I do believe it says necrotic damage that cannot be reduced.
No, it cannot be resisted. It cannot be reduced in any manner.
Yes, so what is that total?
Okay, hold on. 6, 13,
Your
20 to 26 plus 5,
5 plus 2, so 7, 26 plus 7 is...
32, 31, 32.
Yeah,
Help.
just with a flying leap down, you come in that blade protruding forth, you just sever this shadow creature from top to bottom as it is just immediately removed from the plane.
Do these count as creatures?
Yes.
I get temporary hit points.
Yay.
Woo!
Okay.
You need them.
Yeah.
So that was your action
And they don't stack.
and
Daggum it.
like half of your movement.
I'm good. I'm very, very good. I am
Riker, you're
not
up.
liking life right now. 8 temporary hit points. I just doubled my hit points.
Okay, just run up, just make a athletics or acrobatics check.
11.
Well, that's fine. Just to see if you face landed pretty good. You duck, roll, land, run up here to the back of this shadow creature. Everything's falling over.
Oh, there's
Just
another
this
one. I
area.
missed that one.
Make your attack with advantage.
22.
22, that hits. Roll your damage.
Wild spark outburst.
Yep. It's just 1d4 lightning unless you boost it. Okay.
So you take the damage that you got in the D8 And you can roll that for the actual.
So you roll a d6 and a d8. Which one is higher?
D8.
You take that much damage,
Mhm.
and then you roll a d8 instead of the d4. So what was your d8?
8.
Okay, so you take 8 points of lightning damage, and then you add that to your...
Just imagine Riker's hair just goes.
And that's your second one of those you used for today, I believe?
Yes. 17 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
How much of that is lightning? What would you roll on your d8?
My D8 was 1, so not much.
Okay. Well, so 16 points of slashing and 1 point of lightning. It's resistant to lightning, but that was still enough. As you strike into this creature, it seems to just
Nice.
dissipate with that single blow. Only my voice could have actually hit something.
Heifer, I'm almost dead,
How much
okay?
room to get up to the one line here?
You have about 5 feet of movement left, running all the way down and over there.
So if I move 5 feet, will that get me within 10?
No.
I need a javelin.
Okay.
It's gonna be 22.
22 does hit.
That's good. 4 plus 4 is 8.
8 and it is reduced because of the non-magical nature of the javelin. But still takes damage. That was your movement, your action, anything for bonus action? Okay. We go now to baddies number 1. The one creature left on the field. Not liking everything that you just did to it, Mare, it is going to unleash its attacks against you.
Bring it, sucker.
So undead is my favorite.
That is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. You take 6 points of psychic damage,
All right.
and that is a 17 to hit.
Also hits.
You take 12 points of psychic damage as these 2 claws just strike out into you.
Sure, sure.
It It is going to fly over here and sort of disappear into the darkness around it.
Fly over where?
It sort of flies sort of over in this direction.
Does
here.
it leave my...
It does.
Can I take an attack of opportunity at it?
Yes, you can. Your spiritual weapon cannot, but you.
Right. That's fine. Not much. No, that's gonna miss.
Okay.
10.
So it flies off and it sort of disappears sort of in this area over here. And y'all, I'm not quite sure where it went. So that is its go. It is now Rory's turn. What would Rory do, y'all? He's no longer concentrating as the spell that it was
Does
on.
he have anything that will light up that area again?
So if he has another fairy fire, he could throw it in that general area where you all saw it heading. Because it's a 15-foot cube, I believe. It's fairly big. Yeah, it's fairly big size.
Sure, why not?
Okay. That is a dexterity save. Ooh, 16, I believe. That's So as he releases the fairy fire, the burst of colors don't seem to latch on to anything in the area. So you want to move?
He'll move up top.
What, so up here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's lay it there. Okay. It is now baddies number 2. You killed them. It is Freddy's turn.
He has
He's technically got magic missile, but I think you have to see that. Yeah.
The creature.
That's not
I
helpful.
have no idea, but
He has a short bow if he just wants to shoot and blindly in the direction.
Honestly, I feel like the dagger is more likely because he can pull that back.
Okay. That has a range of, I guess, 60 feet at disadvantage if he just wants to.
It's gonna be a disadvantage anyway.
Yeah.
Would he yeet it, or would he try to wait until he could see it again?
that's the thing I don't know about the gray.
I feel like he would wait. Personally.
Yeah, I think he'd start moving in that direction.
Okay, so he'll move a little closer and he'll hold his action to throw a dagger if he sees something coming up. Okay. Mare.
I'm going to take my movement to move into the space where it disappeared.
Okay.
And when I get into that area, I'm going to use my channel divinity to turn undead.
Oh, nice.
Dang.
And I don't have to see it as long as it can hear or see me.
Okay. What is the range on that?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, and that is a wisdom save?
Oh gosh, where'd it go?
It should be.
Yeah.
I believe it is.
And then I can check you.
Yeah, wisdom save.
Okay. That is a 13.
That will fail.
So it has to flee from you, right?
Unless it is CR 1/2 or below, in which case it is
It
destroyed.
is higher than that.
Oh.
Actually, yes. Okay.
Then yes, it just turns and flees.
Which I feel like it was already doing.
You launch out your turn ability.
It looks like a flood of coins moving through.
Nice.
I will say though, as you launch out this flood ability, you don't feel it impact.
Where does it launch out at?
Centered on her. So it starts at her and goes 30 feet out from her. She is over here. It is now Augustina's go.
30 feet out in all directions.
Before Augustina goes, can I use my bonus action?
Absolutely, yeah. Okay.
Kari's looking pretty bad, aren't they?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and I'll throw a healing word.
That's 60 feet.
That is 60 feet.
Thank you.
Not great, only 9.
That still more than doubles my current hit points.
Okay.
Okay. Augustina.
I'm going to hold Pause Fear.
Okay.
First level.
You channel that spell and hold it. It's released. We go to Kari.
And actually,
You're
Augustina's gonna move closer to the group.
Up here.
Yeah.
So the next word.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Kari is very much feeling I don't like this moment. Here's one I haven't used before. Kari's gonna spend 2 key points to use Quicken Healing,
Okay.
and
Rolling martial arts back.
that is another 9 points of healing.
Excellent.
So Kari is feeling much better now.
You want to move or you trying to hang out there?
No, I'm actually going to go chill with the sword, the spiritual weapon.
Okay. Go hang out with the bright glowing sword.
So that way I'm in within close proximity of any of my friends who need help.
Perfect. Riker.
It went off in that general direction. She's already past me, so there's no way I can walk really past that 30 feet where she would have already sensed it.
And you saw like it was just like almost ethereal like ripple of coins just spread out from her. And, like,
Yeah.
Just like
And this is the first. This is the first one.
first time you've seen that sort of just
Yeah.
like this almost like a radiant circle of like rippling coins just go out from her.
Looking very just inquisitive of the entire nature of it. Looking up at the trees where we'd go, looking there. Cool trick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. My sincerest pleasure.
You don't like undead, I'll have to ask about that later. But I don't know where
does?
to go that I could find it if you can't find it. And would that have gone like up in the tree and everything? Like that's a cube, right? It just goes.
Yeah. It's a radius from her.
You can go walk back up on the Delio.
Climb up there next to Augustina.
Yeah.
Okay.
And push that stupid statue off the cliff.
And we go over there. Sure. Make a strength check.
And modifier.
Yeah. That you.
And you see Kari as it pushes Kari, just like, oh, what? Okay.
Okay. So that's the end of your go. It is now their go. You see a figure next to you coming out of the tree. This creature.
Oh, screw you.
Knowing now that your thing did nothing, I would like you to make a religion check.
I don't like this thing.
16.
16. As you are putting things together, the radiance, the fact that you were turned undead did nothing to this, and as you look at this creature, a feeling not so unfamiliar to you rushes through you, almost providing a calm, and with it knowledge. This is not an undead, this is a
Oh!
it makes its attack against you.
Wait. It's within 60 feet of me, so it needs to save against cause fear.
Okay.
Ooh!
We'll get to that as it was because it appears as it attacked, and so we're going to release that at the same time. So the first its attack is going to be a 22 to hit. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to roll damage on that real quick, and then we'll get to its cause sphere, and we're going to get to Gray's held dagger. That is 20 points of psychic damage to you.
Oh boy, Mare drops unconscious.
Okay.
Oh!
So Mare drops down unconscious. You release cause sphere. It needs to make a
Wisdom saving.
throw. That is an 8.
That fails.
That fails, so it is frightened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and with that, he releases his attack. What does the frightened do? Exactly. It's just the frightened condition, nothing else beyond that?
I'll double check, but I believe so.
Okay. Well,
15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Since it's engaged with something else, does that get?
Yes. Yes, it's 3. Yes, 3d6.
Roguey rogues.
15. And that added, it was a d4 plus 3d6 plus 5.
Oh, plus 5. No. That's more than that.
Or maybe it's plus 4. What is his plus 4?
I read the wrong one, so it's plus 4, so it should be 16 points of damage
16?
instead of 15.
They can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of their turns, but otherwise it's just the frightened condition.
Okay. In that case, it's going to... Can't move closer to you. I need you to roll a surge check.
I'm good. I did it earlier.
In that case, it's going to lash out at the creature right in front of it that hurt it so much. It's an advantage, but also disadvantage. It's a straight roll against you. That's a 14.
Misses.
So as this creature hovers over you, y'all watch as Mare drops in this shadow form. These wings seem to almost encompass it. You see as it goes to strike down, there's this slight burst of radiance off of Mare. She is unconscious, but there is something within her protecting her, and as it flares up, the creature goes to strike down with its claws and almost turns to shield its eyes and itself from that and misses its second strike.
I don't like this.
That's the end of its go. It is now Rory's turn.
Seeing that, he is going to run up.
Okay. Make an athletics check as he sort of jumps down.
Yeah, he passed it. That's a natural 16.
Okay, yeah.
No one hurts my friends, and he's gonna like touch his hand and say, "Are you okay?" and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. He gets right up next to
Nice,
her.
nice.
That's Cure Wounds. He's up there.
The max roll, so one d8 plus 4, so you get 12.
Nice.
You come back now with Mare over you, and as he watches, it's almost the same thing as this burst of radiant light causes this creature to almost turn. Rolling through where his backside is, Rory rushes in and touches down. So Mare, you come to light to see this creature almost turning away from you as Rory has his gauntleted hand pressed against you. And you come back to life there. That is his movement and his action. What bonus action he wishes to do?
That's what I'm working on.
I don't think he has very many.
He is going to Guardian Armor. He 5 temporary points.
Perfect. He's, I believe that's his second charge for the day on that. He burns that, gets 5, and it is now Gray's turn.
Gray going to run up behind it.
Yep, you can get flanking with Rory where he's supposed to be and not when he fell down.
Yep. Natural 7.
That hits, roll damage.
Nice. Yay.
Yes! Not even here to get it.
He'll say something clever and witty, and that only Garrett can say, so I won't even try. And he'll just pull his ultimate roach feat of toss one dagger up in the air and then toss the other one up and ricochet it off and just stab it through the head.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And then,
Right in front of Mary.
as only he can do, he just holds out his hands and moving back, both daggers return to his
Nice.
hands from the void of this creature. And with that, the area goes still once again.
Is spiritual weapon still up?
Yes, it does not is not concentration. It stays even when someone goes down. They cannot be commanded to move. Also.
No, but that just makes Kari feel very comforted.
And so with that, we're gonna take a little break and come back here in this post
Oh,
adventure.
I need to fan you off.
right.
I'm trying to figure out like 3 different people like, what all can you do?
You don't want one of us to
It's like a little fortress.
Da 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 da.
seriously.
Okay, so as the combat slows down there, you awaken, y'all look around, and you are at this point mostly down the mountain. It is, you're not fully into like the full swamp, but as you sort of step down off of this sort of last sort of step here, the ground is far softer. You're not necessarily on rocks anymore. There are definitely parts of the ground that are far softer than other parts, that are more marshy.
Might suggest, how's the sky looking real fast?
Sort of looking, it is at this point pretty dark. I mean, it is now 7 o'clock in the evening, and you're on the east side of a mountain. So any last bits of rays, those of you without dark vision are having a little bit of a hard time making out details, especially looking into more of the tree-covered canopy.
Are we hitting that point where if we continue moving, we're gonna get another point of exhaustion?
You're feeling like it's getting pretty close. I mean, y'all have been going now for 12 hours of this.
Been there for a while.
Right. It's been a long day already.
Might I suggest before things get too marshy and wet, we go ahead and make camp for the evening.
I suggest before we do anything, we take just a few minutes and let those of us who are looking a little rough get some healing if you're interested.
Mm-hmm. That's Kari just is like laying on the ground.
So we'll take 10 minutes, and Mare will do a very fervent prayer of healing. That will be not great. 17 points of healing for everybody.
As you do, how long does this prayer go?
10 minutes.
As you go through this process, you find comfort in this. This 10-minute process, this 10-minute prayer that you say, revitalizing your friends, doing that which you are very comfortable with, in a space you're very familiar with. You find a almost unnerving amount of peace in a situation that you really should not have any peace in at all. Things were very dire, but as this 10-minute passes, you are almost calm in nature of this comfort of doing what you know so well in a space you're familiar with.
You're right. Absolutely. This is exactly what I'm made to do. I'm sorry I let my zeal get overtake my common sense and the things I knew you had instructed me in. I understand this is my path forward. Got it. Message received.
Has the spiritual weapon been following us?
No,
It was dispelled at the end of combat.
Unfortunately.
Her deity respelled it. It's been following us.
Every time you look behind you, it's just this weird flaming golden sword.
I'm really tired.
Augustina didn't actually think there was a fight. She thought she dreamed it all. So, 10 minutes pass, you all get your healing. What's the plan here?
Sleep, I think, is good.
I'm feeling considerably more like myself. Can I take a look around to see if there are any more sheltered places where we might be able to rest for the night?
Well, yeah, make a survival check as y'all sort of move away from the areas where all these scattered gravestones are, because I don't think you want to sleep around them.
No.
Can I help her look?
Yes.
Cool.
If you want to roll, you want to give her advantage.
I'll take advantage, sure. I rolled pretty decently, but I'll take it. Okay, 21.
21. Yeah, moving away and sort of almost more parallel along with this sort of last sort of step, trying to find the more solid ground. You find that there is a slight little alcove where you feel like the ground is solid, you have your backs up against something secure. You feel like if you just have one person keep watch above y'all during this throughout the night, this is as good a place as any.
I gesture for everybody to come over and start setting things up.
Okay.
And get a little bit of a fire going. Make some food. I feel like we're all going to benefit from.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sort of begin the process of setting up camp, getting things ready in this space. As your evening ritual begins, there will be a process of 3 watches.
Are we doing 2 people per watch? Or are we going to do 1?
I think 2 is fine for everyone. Augustina will take the last watch.
Okay.
It's just like dead asleep at this
Mare will take the first. And really, I'm feeling fine. I can take it myself. There's no need for two of us to stay up. No, get the rest. It's important.
Considering we just had an encounter with undead, a demon, came down the mountain, have no idea what is in front of us, if it's all the same to you, madam, I would feel much more comfortable if we didn't have two eyes.
Gray will stay up with you.
Perfect.
I love it.
Alright, so as
Corks a bottle.
pretty much he's been drinking. So as Gray and Mare take me first, they both watch. I'd like you both to make perception checks or one with advantage. If you would like advantage, Gray will give you advantage.
I mean, sure, I'll take it. That will be a 26.
Must be nice.
First bit of watch goes by. No great issues. Is there anything that you were intentionally wanting to do on your watch, Mare?
I wanted to... take my coins
Okay.
and just practice flipping them through my fingers. More of a fidget than anything else, but also a sort of meditation.
Okay. So sit there. It's almost this, like you're practicing. If anything, you're just maintaining what you're already good at. Sometimes Gray sort of like side-eyes you as you're just fairly dexterous in this manner.
He starts doing it with the knife and...
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I do.
absolutely. And y'all just want to sit there, pass the time as you're both. I mean, you may not be exhausted. You're both very tired. It's been a day.
We're all tired.
For sure.
I recognize Gray has been very quiet the last couple of days, and I stay concerned, but don't attempt to draw him into conversation at this point.
Wait a minute. This is film, so this becomes canon.
It's a loose.
That's okay, so is Gray.
I think
Wow.
when we get to the other side of this, I'm going to figure out how to distill my own rum. So now Gray's going to start learning how to make alcohol.
So what I hear is Gray's going to learn how to gain proficiency in an alchemy fit.
Sure.
Absolutely, I love it.
Not brewer's tools?
Well, not both.
Could be both.
I mean, poison is very good for a rogue, isn't it?
Okay. So yeah, you just
Would distilling be in poison kit, or like what would that?
very familiar with this process. Your watch passes uneventfully. Who is taking the next bout?
I'll take the next watch.
Rory will take that one because Ryder always takes last watch.
Okay. So perception checks for the two of y'all.
Do you want to have advantage?
Wait, do either of us have night vision?
No, wait. Rory should
Rory
already
has
get
with the
advantage
shield.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rory takes it.
So that would be Rory would have advantage negated to single roll because he does not have dark vision.
And he usually has little Devin look with him when he does perception checks. So
Yes.
I'm not sure. Do you want?
I don't know Devon's stats.
We'll just do a straight roll for him and then a disadvantage roll for you.
Okay. 7.
And
5.
okay.
7.
Perfect.
What?
As y'all sit there in the stillness, watch passes uneventfully. Rory does this off a couple times because he is very tired.
During the watch, I want to scout around a little bit our area
Okay.
and see if I can find any either poisonous or venomous creatures that I can add to the collection.
Okay. Make a investigation with disadvantage. As it's dark and you're wandering around blindly in the dark.
That was a 20 and a 15 for a 19.
19. Okay. I would say, yeah. As you sort of move around, you find a small sort of like tree frog on one of the trees. Seems
Cool.
speckled.
Take my little jar, poke a couple holes, and dink.
Okay. You have a
I
small
have-
tree frog.
Yes.
For whatever purposes.
I have to learn how to make poisons.
It is now the final watch.
Yeah, would you like to roll for this? Would you like an advantage? Would you like me to roll?
Do you want me to roll?
Don't know.
Sure, I'll roll. You can roll too, or you can give me advantage. It doesn't matter.
I'll give you advantage because
That way
I
you
would
can
have
still sleep.
disadvantage. I think Augustina is probably like
14?
14? At this point, the watch goes. I mean,
Just say uneventfully,
uneventful.
please. Thank you.
Watch is uneventful.
That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to hear.
I think Augustina is like talking a lot and then she like dozes off to sleep and like falls against her right or like just sleeping and then she wakes back up and just keeps talking and then falls.
She'll fall asleep. They'll wrap her displaced piece of cloak around her a little bit more.
And so,
Make it
as
work.
morning comes, those with exhaustion go down a level. So you go down to 1, and
Everyone else has none.
everyone else has none. As they take long rest, I'll take the long rest for these two here.
Another
So you all can take your long rests that you have earned. I'll hit it for these two boys who aren't here real quick.
Augustina, you're still looking a bit peaky this morning. Would you care for one of the restorative potions?
8 hours have
What?
She was wondering if you might want something stronger to drink that might help you out.
I would love some coffee.
Oh, there's a pot of coffee that's been brewing since about
I'll take some more.
4 in the morning.
Give me the pot.
It's like Spiker coffee with a little bit of greater restoration. It's like some people want cream and sugar, some people want a healing potion.
Okay.
Do you want one of the restorative potions?
I don't think Augustina's like thinking that well at this point. So she's just kind of like
I'll hand it to Gray. Why don't you go ahead and go give this to her? She'll appreciate it more from you, I think.
It gives you one of the greater restoration potions.
Augustina doesn't even think about what it is. She just takes it.
So you gain the effects of a greater restoration, which when targeted specifically at exhaustion, reduces 1 level of exhaustion.
Perfect. Yes.
It's a great character idea. Who has an allergic reaction to greater restoration? Not the spell, but the potion.
Okay.
Don't be terrible.
So it is, as you all sort of wake
Right
up,
about it.
it is still dark outside. As your 8 hours of rest have passed, as you all begin to wake up, it is still at this point, I believe, let's see here, it's like 3 in the morning. As y'all, for your 8 hours, if y'all left at 7 in the morning yesterday, 20 hours have passed. It is still very much in the middle of the night. So y'all wake up feeling fairly rested and want to get an early jump on the day here. As you begin your final sort of push into the more swamp area. So,
Riker pulls out his giant object from his back and proceeds to play a dirge on the bagpipes for a marching order to wake everybody.
Augustina will join them. It's very cheery.
No, I'm kidding about that, but he wouldn't
I
do
was like, yes, let's announce our presence to the entire.
I mean, Augustina is probably low-key whistling as they're walking.
Yeah,
so
So-
it is still, especially as y'all push forward in, it becomes very dark. Anybody without dark vision still in the middle of this night. Is having a
So-
very-
Kari's dropping back to.
Gray will be up front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Riker will be in the back, so we don't lose anyone in between.
I believe you have a hooded lantern.
I do.
If you wanted to utilize that, you have. For those of you who cannot, which I believe is you,
I don't think I can.
you, and Rory. I believe the 3 of y'all cannot see in the dark.
Yeah, so we'll take up the middle, and I'll have the hooded lantern to give us enough light to see where we're at, but not enough to be like a beacon to everything that wants to eat us.
I need to manage my spells.
So everyone can. Those of you who can't, I believe it's just you and Rory can just leave it as this for now. So as y'all begin to push forward into this, the sort of low-hanging fogs and mist that encompass this swamp just begin to slowly overtake y'all as you move into this. Yes.
As we head into the swamp, are we starting to get where it's like a liquidy surface yet, or is it still?
There are parts that are bog in nature, as it like can come like parts where Augustina gets a little low, Riker sort of carries her through that. No, parts where it's walking on hard dry land. It's not terrible right now. Like the parts where it's very deep would be avoidable if it wasn't still in the middle of the night at this current juncture.
Okay. Is the map helping at all?
As y'all progress in with the use of the map, the benefit of the map, y'all cannot get lost in the swamp, which means you will not lose any time because of going the wrong direction. And as y'all sort of press further in, you notice that could become very easy as the canopy becomes so thick. You're not sure, is that the mountain range you need to head to? Is that the mountain range you need to head to? Where is anything but trees? And so thankfully, Mayor, with the map, you guys know the direction that y'all are supposed to maintain, which avoids a good amount of possible loss of time.
How high is the tree canopy?
The tree canopy at times is right on top of y'all. Some of the branches are hanging down. Sometimes it raises up a little bit. Sometimes it thins out, and it is the fog that causes loss of vision, as the trees themselves are almost just dead and straggled.
Yeah. So for the first hour of our trek, every 30 minutes, or 20 to 30 minutes, Carl hop up to the top of a tree and kind of poke her head up above the thing. But total meerkat this thing of, okay, are we there's a mountain type deal. Pop down and just kind of help keep us on the map's path.
Okay. Yeah. You sort of with this guide moving forward carefully into this area.
I will be the periscope.
An hour passes, so not too complication. It is still very dark as y'all begin.
I don't like how you barely moved the clothespin marker.
As y'all are moving, the ground becomes more and more just mush beneath your feet. Especially for Rory and Riker, those of you wearing, armor of a heavier nature. There are times where your heavy footfalls, you're like, oh, I'm thinking, okay, I'm good. Not so much to limit your mobility, but you definitely see that some of your lighter friends are not having as big of issues. Thankfully, you're both strong and hardy folk, so you manage to muscle your way through. The general smell is slowly getting worse. It's slowly becoming more of that of rot and decay. And as you all complete your first hour march into this area, I would like each of you to make a Constitution save.
I don't like this. Okay. Yeek.
Okay. So, Constitution saving throws going on the table. Mayor.
23.
Okay.
12.
12.
23.
Okay. And Riker.
I'm just gonna say today's gonna be a very bad day for us. I just rolled 666. So Riker
Move it back. Move it back.
13.
You got 13.
Rory has got a
That's a 9 for Freddy.
cool. So 13, 11, and 9.
Okay. Anybody who rolled a 10 or lower, which I believe is just Freddy,
Jeez.
takes 1 level of swamp rot disease.
What?
And so the way this disease will work is similar to exhaustion. It builds in levels. A lesser restoration will remove 1 level, and a greater will remove the entire thing. So, as 1 level of swamp rot disease on Freddy, that means that he has a -1 to all strength, dex, and con checks. Ability checks. So, just we'll mark that Freddy has 1. If you forget what that means, just let me know. So, as the general rot and decay of this swamp begins to just seep in, you notice that Gray becomes semi-lethargic in his movements. So,
He throws up all the alcohol.
as you are all moving, slowly trekking, yes.
As I notice it's starting to get difficult for moving through, and especially seeing it take the toll on Gray, can I cast a water walk
Yes.
on us to help us move a little bit more
Yeah.
quickly and hopefully
Nice.
be able to
Absolutely. That lasts for 24 hours?
1 hour.
1 hour, okay.
Hey,
That's water breathing.
water walk is water walk.
Okay, yeah. So for the
Yeah.
next hour, you all managed to move without great impeding on your progression. And you move fairly well because of that. In 1 hour, you move
Further that way.
You move 2 notches in 1 hour because of that.
Woo! Mayor to the rescue.
Which is very beneficial as y'all moving. You're not having to be so seeped and covered. While some of you are already covered from before that was done. The sun is now beginning to slowly peek through as the dimmest of rays are coming through and shining. As another hour passes of your trek, I need Constitution saving throws from everybody once again. Mara?
10.
10,
Oh, much better. 14.
14,
12.
12.
Riker 17, Rory is 12, and Gray is 13.
13. Everybody who got a 11 or lower, you take 1 level of swamp rat disease.
Who is that? And that was me and
That was
just
you.
me? Okay.
I don't like this.
So that is.
I don't like this at all.
Strength, dexterity, Constitution checks, ability checks. As you are walking, who is in point? Who's in lead? I believe you said Freddy was in the lead.
Freddy's probably slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
So, is this the point where is daylight coming on more?
It's beginning to peek through in these. It is about 5 o'clock or so in the morning at this point.
You're catching an early sunrise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can move to the
You
front.
want to move up and take point, and I'll make sure we don't lose the stragglers.
Okay.
Yep.
Move up and take point there. Y'all begin to move through. Okay. Kari,
Yo!
as y'all are walking forward, you feel a sharp stab
Why?
in your calf. And you look down to see a snake release off of you. You take 6 points of piercing damage.
Can I try and catch the snake?
No poison damage. You can make a dexterity check. So
Alright, how much piercing damage? Sorry.
6. After this hour, the water walk has worn off.
Okay, so that's. Did you say dex check?
Yes.
Okay, that is 19 plus 4, 23.
You
23.
reach down, you pick up this small little poisonous snake, and as you reach down and pull it up,
Motherfucker.
you take a moment and you notice the water around y'all is slowly rippling. And you take this moment and notice that where y'all are now, in these very faint lights, you have walked into the middle of what looks like just a pit of snakes.
Like, okay, so no.
All slightly under the water. It looks like they were in the process of sleeping and are also too just beginning to awaken.
All right, real quick question, just for clarity's sake. Are we all surrounded, or have I just reached the edge and I was the first?
Y'all are surrounded. It is around y'all, underneath, like just very, and you're just at this cusp of noticing that they may not have fully noticed y'all's presence yet, as they themselves seem to just be beginning to wake up.
I'm gonna grab one of the bigger containers and stuff the snake into it. Man, is there any possible way, and Kari's being very quiet, that you can make us walk on water again? Don't mean to sound the alarm, but we are surrounded.
I can, yes, but if things go very badly later in the day, that would be very bad for us.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but it started going very bad for us. And pointing down at the waking
You see just the gentle ripples, and I don't know if you've ever seen like a pit of snakes, how they'll just like sort of writhe in on themselves. You see what happens just below the water as there are just writhing snakes of various sizes.
Put the question to the group, I can do this, but if somebody dies later, there's no coming back.
I can attempt to distract him to go a different direction. If y'all want to stay still for a minute.
Seems like a good idea. Just out of curiosity, how close are the nearest tree branches that we could climb into?
Not fairly far off. I mean, it would be, within 30 feet of you, there are branches that y'all could scamper into.
So I couldn't like throw my grappling hook up and
Oh yeah, no,
pull
that's
ourselves up.
obviously like within, like there is,
Okay.
I would say, there's,
Tree cover.
in this current spot, yes, there are definitely branches.
I was thinking about getting the two that have are kind of disadvantaged in this terrain out of the water fast.
I mean, if you wanted to throw your grappling hook, there are low-hanging branches.
Augustina, you first. Do your thing. Holding very still.
Augustina will cast catapult, and if there's like a rock or something that's actually underneath the water, that's at least 15 feet away from us.
Okay.
Like shove it the other direction.
Okay. Sure. You cast catapult and fling this rock as it sort of moves across the water. Roll a surge.
Right. Oh, this is getting real close.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're at 8 now.
So, as you cast this catapult and fling across,
Or no, you're right,
you
7.
watch as some of these, some of the snakes immediately around it seem to notice it and begin to wake up and begin to move almost in that direction. And their intense movement seems to slowly be rippling and increasing the rate at which all the other ones are waking up. But the ones sort of over there where you watched it has sort of moved in a direction to go back.
Tree, we're going up, right?
Yep. Kari takes her ropes and one that's attached to her dagger, the other one that's attached to the grappling hook thingy that we made, and tosses them up over branches and immediately throws them first to Rory and Riker.
Make general dexterity checks.
How many?
2, 1 for each.
That is 21 and 24.
Yeah, perfect. They launch on secure, and you all begin sort of climbing up, scampering up these ropes, begin to getting out of the I will ask as y'all move who are the last two to climb.
I will definitely be one of the last two since it's being immune to poison.
You and
Wait. The ring that Freddy has, is it acid resistance or
Yes.
poison? No,
Acid.
I mean, in theory, Augustine is fine with it because she can do Mirthful Leap.
okay.
Here's a question.
Yes.
If I Misty Step up, that leaves Rory and Riker on the rope, Augustina and Gray on the rope, and Kara would be the only one left. So do we need to have a second person who's last?
Oh. If you burn the charge.
I'll burn the charge for it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so glad I gave you that. Really?
Burn the charge. You misty step up into the trees, and as that last.
I just see Karen turning to Mare, but like, I go to hand her the rope, and she just poof, like, oh yeah. I forgot about.
When I get up there, can I just take a look around and see if there's anything else to be concerned about up there?
As people begin to scatter and clamber and move up, make a dexterity saving throw. Not you, Kari, sorry.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's 26.
Okay. You quickly, as you see now what looks to be a slightly larger snake begin to move towards you and up, you leap, grab onto the rope, and just tuck and hold it. And the snake sort of comes and just misses its bite on you. As you now sort of held it up there, as you bamf up to the tree canopy, sort of grabbing onto whatever is around you as you sort of just appear on this space, you're sort of doing this weird hold, take a minute and sort of scan, make a perception check.
Kara's like, I don't think I can fit that one in my bag.
18. You sort of take this moment and scan, and you see that there's this branch that is just sort of sitting there. And you look, and it's just a branch.
You suck so hard.
And it seems within this canopy there are no serpentine creatures.
There are other creatures, Wes.
Nothing of
It looks clear on the up here. Go ahead and come on up.
It looks clear.
You all climb your way up. You are now sitting in the canopy of the trees above what looks to be a pit of now very awake snakes.
So about how far above are we? Sorry.
Y'all are now about 15 feet, 10 to 15 feet.
Please tell me you're not going to get more.
I had thought about it, but no, I was thinking of something else. How far to the edge of that area? Basically, can we spider monkey our way out of this without leaving the tree canopy?
Yes, you could spider monkey your way out of this.
Okay.
The canopy in this area is thick enough. You feel like you could. I'll say with the map especially, you sort of see an area that you know to be solid ground that's not terribly far from you, and you think solid ground's a lot better than whatever this marsh is that we are sitting with right now.
The Indiana Jones marsh.
I have a new least favorite terrain. Swamp is definitely worse than the mountains.
Totally agree. Let's out.
So,
Kari's just spider monkeying her way out of
so
this.
as y'all are attempting to spider monkey your way out of this thing, I would like acrobatics checks from everybody. And so, Mary, that is a -1, and that's a -1 to Freddy.
Wanna roll first?
Can I sugar glide this thing in some places? Just leap.
Farther than this if you want.
Like just pulling up after I get the ropes, just like whee to the next tree.
So, acrobatics.
5.
Ooh. 21.
Okay. 11.
Gray's 12, Rory is 16, and Riker is not.
What is Riker?
7.
7. Okay. So as you all begin to sort of take off and move your way through the trees, Mary, you begin to slip and you begin to fall. Riker, you're right there. You reach out to grab, and both of y'all tumble down. You are now you fall full on into the pits around you. And immediately you are beset. You take there. You take.
Do you have any more charges? Do you have any more charges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
Uh,
that can fit.
It's like,
Oh yeah, no, I'm misty stepping out of there.
you take 11 points of piercing damage, and
because you get thunderstep and take him with you.
9 points of poison damage, as you are immediately bit multiple times. And Riker,
Yes.
you take
I tried.
7 points of piercing damage and 9 points of poison damage, as multiple bites are all over you. You're prone in the water. You quickly stand up. What are y'all doing?
Dashing.
I was gonna say, Kari is immediately getting as close as I can and throwing down the rope.
Okay.
I am misty stepping. If I can get out of the pit,
What is the range on Misty Step? It was 30 feet?
30 feet.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, with another Misty Step, especially you with the map and knowing the best possible, but you just go there and you land and you go, am I sinking? Am I sinking? I'm not sinking. This feels solid. And you're just gunning it.
I'm throwing the rope down so you can Tarzan your way out.
If I'm able to, yeah.
Like, I'll throw the rope to where he can just grab on and swing
Are
out.
you going to be the anchor on the other point of that rope?
I've got basically I'm gonna take the grapple hook, swing it around the branch that I'm standing on, and lean back.
So as you sort of take off running, you see the rope in front of you. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw to dodge of some other snakes that are coming at you.
If I can, I'd like to use minor illusion to potentially give him advantage to make it seem like there's something still in that space for them to attack.
Yeah. So make that check with advantage. And
16.
so Freddy, seeing that, is also throws down his minor illusion that you showed him. 16. You dodge out the way, make a dexterity check to grab this rope in stride.
Do it!
11.
Yeah, it's an easy check. So you sort of grab this rope. You don't swing up to the trees. You full Tarzan your way, and you leap. And at this point, your last bit of dish, you sort of land almost into Mare as you crash on the ground next to her. And the rest of y'all spring through the trees, land on solid ground, and you see this water almost moving in a uniform form coming at y'all now on the solid ground. What are you doing?
Nope. We're running.
Move.
This way.
As everyone is getting
Out.
down from the trees, I'm hitting it and running.
Okay, so as some of the faster, smaller snakes at first, Riker just starts golf swinging, sending snakes flying. As y'all take off, you begin sprinting through these trees, running as fast and as hard as you can to get through.
Augustine is just casting minor illusion. Every single step, like, eat something else!
As y'all move through, becoming tired, I would like you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
I mean, that was almost good.
There,
23.
Dang, 14.
14,
12.
12.
Riker is a 17, Rory is a 12, and Gray is a 9.
Okay. This was more to see how well y'all can endure just solid sprinting to get away and not collapse from just the day's exhaustion from before.
Mare's got all the adrenaline.
Right.
Freddy begins to fall just a little bit behind as y'all are attempting to move as fast and as hard as you can. With that, I would say Freddy does end up taking 1 point of exhaustion from this.
Not doing well.
And as you all sort of sprint, staying on solid ground as much as you can, you reach a point, sun is slowly peeking through, you breathe for a moment, and you look not moving.
Are there trees?
There are trees.
Are the trees moving?
Not at the moment. And you go, the trees, and there's not even breeze at this moment. As everything is still. And as the sun is beginning to peek through, you're already sweating. It's already hot. This fog seems to just persist and do nothing but make the air even more damp and miserable as you sit here in it. But you escaped the snake pit. What's the plan now?
Do we want to take a brief moment to rest, or do we want to push through?
Arthur walks up behind Gray's bag, pulls out a bottle, takes a shot.
I don't think that's the
taking
right
a-
thing to do right now. Dehydration.
I think taking a quick rest might be a good thing for us. But just a short one.
Just a shot.
Just a short one. If we're going to take a short rest, I will go ahead and destroy water to destroy the fog in a 30-foot cube around us.
Nice.
Okay.
Make it a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable
Yeah.
for a short while.
So as you destroy water, the fog itself seems to almost, in a similar manner that you saw the coins ripple out from her the day before, the water seems to ripple, and as it ripples away this fog, it just stays in this nice sphere. You guys have, you can actually see in a great circle around you. There's a little bit of peace, and so you all take your short rest. Okay. Roll your hit die if you wish.
I don't know. I don't think he took anything.
Yeah, I think Grader's fine. I think he's just feeling a little tired. And by pushing away the fog and taking this rest on dry land, y'all managed to stave off some of these swamp rot disease from affecting you further in this moment.
And take it.
Short rest is complete.
Riker's finishing up our coffee.
Okay.
Now, you'd mentioned a pot of coffee. It's like a religious, worshipful experience for you. Is that right?
Absolutely. Would you like to participate?
I must admit to some curiosity. How do you find it to be so transcendental?
Look, you either know or you know.
I'm glad you're feeling better today, Augustina.
Riker smiles, takes a drink of religious experience. It's all about setting scenario, time, peace, quiet, focus, clarity, mental acuity, readiness for the day.
Shouldn't the divine, agent know about all of this?
I don't know, should one? I feel there are so many different types of folk who practice faith in different ways.
Card pulls out a little thing. It's got a mare and Augustina, and just like.
Would you like a cup?
Sure, that sounds lovely, thank you.
The non-coffee drinker drinking coffee. This should be fun.
He takes it. It is strong. It's best enjoyed in quiet reflection. Don't pass it off and just sit down and enjoy. You can have some. Yeah, I know. I'm pouring you some more.
He's drinking it and spitefully staring at Mary because this is her coffee.
I take a sip, and it is strong and dark and bitter, and it smells amazing and tastes different than it smells. And Mare chokes just slightly on that first sip.
That is calm.
That is definitely an experience. I think I will let you enjoy it to yourself. Thank you very much for letting me try something new.
I would say sometime, maybe in the morning. pour some when you get ready to talk to your deity and quiet the mind. Try that sometime.
I will take that under advisement, thank you. And I hand the mug back.
She's not going to do it. That's alright. It's not wasted.
It is too.
She learned something.
She should have already known.
It's not a waste.
As your short rest concludes, you all continue on.
Pushing.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night. Gather yourselves and begin to push forward. The fog enclosing in on y'all once again. The trek. Parts muddy, parts not. But becoming increasingly intense. It seems as if there are aspects of this that doesn't want y'all here, does not want y'all to move. You feel sometimes as if like the very nature of this place is trying to act against you, but you realize that's impossible because it's just a swamp. So it's probably just your mentality, but there are definitely times you're tired from the day before and this sucks. Yes.
Riker just found out there's undead. He doesn't think that's long. Along the same thing. So that's not out of the realm of possibility. She doesn't think this is just a swamp. Because that was not just a gravestone. That's why he pushed it over.
Mare feels this unkind presence and it's like, it's alright, we don't want to be here either, we're just trying to get through to the other side. The faster you let us out, the faster we'll be gone.
Riker walks up, hands her a pot of coffee. Oh, no worry, you're constantly getting topped off.
As you all are continuing, 2 more hours within this swamp have passed.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
need everybody to make another Constitution saving throw.
So many. Oh, that's so much better. I think I'm getting more wore out than Kari is at the moment.
Mary?
Oh no.
11.
11?
19.
19?
Augustine has a 12, and so does Freddie.
Freddie and Augustine have 12. Riker?
Riker's got a 26.
Here we go.
Corey does not. Corey's got a 9.
Okay. Anybody got a 12 or under has another level of swamp rush.
Alright, I'm up to 2nd level. What's that?
Okay. 2nd level is a -1 to all wisdom, intelligence, and charisma ability checks.
In addition
So
to.
I'm just at -1 at all checks.
-1 to all ability checks across the board.
Okay, that's not as bad. It's not as bad.
So it's essentially the same as level 1 in exhaustion.
The level 1, there's actually a disadvantage. This is -1. And so as this begins to push forward, I would ask, who is in front of the party?
I'll be back in front.
You're back in front?
Maybe pay a little bit better attention this time, Kari?
Snakes sort of thing.
Kari?
Kari is now like paranoid. I just literally like.
Kari, what do you look like?
At the current moment,
Yes.
she's got her traveling clothes, so she's her robes, her cloak's on. Although she's, as the day warms up, folding up the cloak and everything.
Right.
She is pulled her hair up short as the day gets warmer, kind of let the breeze go. She's got the lighter blue, not quite Mare's vibrantness, but still slightly tinted. Other than that, she looks like, she could be Mare's little sister.
Okay. Does Kari believe that she's an attractive person?
At the current moment, yes.
Okay.
I don't like the way you asked that.
Who would Kari deem the next attractive person in the party?
Let's just throw this out there. We're not privy to the mind, but I'm very curious about this.
This
I'm just like, Kari has not thought about this until
And it's
just.
not necessarily like who she's attracted to, just like, that's an attractive person.
Who's the prettiest?
Kari.
Like, I was gonna say, like Kari, because she could be.
Next to Kari.
Anyway.
So who takes second at the pageant after Kari?
Right. Oof.
He's gonna stop taking point on things.
Fuck you. By virtue of Kari's way of looking at things via not just physical attraction, but to emotional and everything, probably at the moment, Gray.
Okay. In that case, I would like Kari and Gray to make wisdom saving throws.
They're gonna get married in the swamp.
That's pretty decent.
Oh, that's
That
not
spell
bad.
if they need it.
Performance for him with it.
You're not helping. 16.
He's gonna come back. So what happened? Well, you're married to drinking whiskey. So
I need someone to tell me. So he rolls a 16.
He rolled a 16.
wisdom is a 0.
Okay, so we got wait, that could be
Side
just
note.
worse.
The iPad app does not operate the same way that the website does with that.
Sure. I would say, you on the app or you on the website?
got 16.
I'm on the app. I'm on the app.
Dueling 16s. This could go very poorly.
Or are y'all?
We're dueling.
We're not doing. We're We're walking the same.
Gray is directly behind you at the moment.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I don't like you.
The two of y'all,
I love this. His character doesn't die. His character gets
Begin
very
just-
years, and he has to get a new one.
going off to the side.
No.
Kari?
Y'all are heading in this direction, and Kari and Freddy right behind her. Just begin to head off in this direction. Off to the
Yeah,
side.
Kari, is the map taking us a different way?
Alright, you're just heading off in this direction.
Kari?
Gray!
And you reach a tree, and about 30 feet or so away, the both of you reach this tree, and you see standing next to it, as y'all sort of like are loosely following, you see standing next to it two figures. They themselves are made of bark and leaf. They are loosely feminine in form, and you hear them discussing about which one they deem to be the more attractive of the two that stand in front of them. They are having this conversation, and you hear, well, I think this one has just far greater hair. No, look at the physique of this one. Look how much more powerful this. And you watch as this conversation is happening, and eventually they see that behind these two is all of y'all beginning to move in, and they go, oh, well, this won't do it all. And they reach out, and I need you to roll a d6. On a 1 through 3, they hit you. On a 4, 5, 6, they hit Greg.
That's a 5.
They reach out, both grab Gray, and in an instant, he is under the water.
Gray!
Right.
Do I have any reaction, or am I still?
You are just in this, like, almost comatose state as y'all rush in quickly.
Do we see these other people?
Yeah, you at this point rush in quickly. You see these, like, they are feminine in form, but they are made of bark and leaves.
Can I cast Bless on Gray and on Kari?
I would say, do you have to see what? You have to see the creature.
I bless up to 3 creatures of my choice within range. It doesn't say anything about having to see them.
Yes.
Alright, and for third person, I'll bless Riker.
Thank you, ma'am.
As Gray is immediately submerged, I would like Gray to make a Constitution saving throw.
You put the dice.
Don't forget to add a d4.
Nice.
It's a 21 on the roll.
He has a +3 to his con save because we all know it by now.
Right.
Okay. With that, Gray manages to hold his breath as he is immediately submerged. As all of you are besetting on these creatures, you see them all look up and turn into leaves, and they just grab Gray, and he comes up sputtering. You suddenly are returned to your senses.
What the hell was that?
What was that? You just left where we were going.
What were they?
Was I even aware of?
You were walking, all of a sudden you're standing here, and Riker is pulling Gray up out of water.
Riker and Rory are looking Gray over, making sure he's all in one piece. Everything's getting water out.
Everything is right where it should be.
Following the map, and then
Did I recognize anything about the type of creatures these may have been? Would I have heard anything about them?
Make a nature check. Who wants to make a nature check?
I didn't see them, so I did not clock their presence.
19?
Well, it wouldn't be a D4 to that
Ability
point,
checks.
so
This is just-
This is an ability check.
Oh,
You are
right.
less.
Right.
It's straight roll.
Yeah.
And did you -1 to that?
18?
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. So Rory got a 25.
Okay.
Dang.
Actually 24 because they're -1.
Rory shouldn't have negative.
Yeah,
one.
Rory should only have it on strength, dex, and con.
It is his body. not
Okay,
mine.
good deal. So he's got 25 and Riker's got a modified 20.
Okay. Yeah.
From being in the trees in the forest.
All of you recognize this to be some form of dryad. Not you. Rory would know with that high roll. This is not.
I wouldn't.
Dryads don't normally react in such a manner as this, but something about these looked like dryads. They, especially Roy with his attachment to nature itself, they seem to be dryads.
Question.
Augustina, I would like you to make a history check.
Was Gray charmed? Would that have been charmed? Because he's got advantage against being charmed.
Yes, that would have been.
Cool. Good to know for next time.
Yeah.
No, that's a 3.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, dryads. So yeah, this is some form of a dryad, but its behavior seems slightly off from what we normally see. Of course, they are, and with Roy's high roll, he would clock this. They are fey in nature, so maybe this is just how they are acting in this swamp.
Oh yeah, this is try it. No, what about those?
Good. That should prove very useful down the road.
So you all gather yourselves and begin walking forward again.
That was incredibly weird.
Do we need to tie you to the group?
In this swamp, I don't think that anything's out of the question. But I was just walking along, following the map, and then next thing I know, you're just pulling Gray out of the water, and there are leaves everywhere. Not entirely sure what's going on.
Well, I can't fault you for not knowing what's going on in your head sometimes. So
It's a bit of a new experience for me, but we'll get there. Just next time, make sure if I start to wander off, you grab me.
So
Riker
yeah,
starts pulling out a rope. He makes a lasso out of it.
Riker's answer to everything. Augustina's exhausted. Pull out.
Pull out a rope.
Kari
So are
starts
y'all
walking
just
away,
detaching
pull
your
out
all selves together?
No, I don't think that would be the best right off the bat.
No, Mayor.
But I do have a lasso in case something goes. That way, when we should be going that way.
So y'all continue on your path.
Car's gonna make sure that like somebody behind, like Mayor, somebody has the map and is just telling us left, right, whatever.
I wonder why it was just you two.
I don't know.
They were the two farthest forward in line. Maybe it was just a proximity thing.
Potentially.
Yeah, very well. Could be. Maybe, I don't know. Either maybe we need to stick closer together or be farther apart.
I don't think farther apart, because if we had been further apart and Gray went under, bad.
Yeah,
I
so,
agree with
but sure.
Augustino on that. That seems a very sensible call.
But at the same time, that maybe if it would have hit me and not Gray on that one, then there would have been more people aware than only one person gets hit rather than two. I'm literally just pulling this out of the air at this point. Talking makes it better.
I think the best thing we can do is try to hurry forward and get out of the swamp.
Alright. Our little map marker hasn't moved in a while.
That's moving. Continue forward. Pressing on.
I feel like we just made it farther across the map than this.
It seems smaller when we were first looking at it. It seems like it's taking forever.
Hey.
Terrain makes things difficult.
And that is definitely the notable case here, as you're all pushed forward now for another hour. I would like Constitution saving throws from everybody.
Oh, finally.
16?
20.
Okay.
I have 15. Gray rolled a 9.
Okay. So Gray has a 12. Plus 3.
Yes.
Rory's got a 16, and Riker's got a modified 20.
Okay. As y'all have been marching now for quite a few hours, anybody who rolled an 11 or under takes a point of exhaustion.
Ugh.
Was that any of us?
I believe
He had
Just
a-
great.
all passed.
Yeah. Barely.
Very good for y'all. You continue moving forward in this swamp. Yet another hour passes, and you all are moving. It's not. The fog is heavy. It is getting warm as it is now morning. Y'all started your trek very early, so you all have now been moving for 8 hours already, and it is just now morning. But y'all are feeling very tired.
It's, what, about 11 a.m. at this point?
Was it 28 hours?
28?
Yeah. So 24 would be
7 plus
so,
4, 11.
Yeah.
Getting into the heat of the day.
Yes. And it is not comfortable. As you move forward, you're still out front, right? You see off ahead a glowing light. Just a faint glowing light.
Car is going to immediately freeze and go, we have glowing lights? I don't know if that obviously doesn't have the hooded lantern or anything. Pulls out, reaches down and like grabs like a pebble or something nearby.
Augustine is going to
And-
grab his hand.
I was throwing it back at y'all. Just making sure I have everybody's attention and pointing.
Oh, you have that in space. Can I take a look and see what I see?
You see in front coming out of a rock. It looks like a green lantern surrounded by what looks to be blue or purple flowers or mushrooms in a circle just below it.
Blue flower, red thorns. Blue flower, red thorns.
It
There's
doesn't.
just this green lantern hanging.
It doesn't seem inherently dangerous, which immediately alarms me.
Hey,
Are we within 30 feet of it?
Not yet. I would say y'all about 90 feet or so.
okay.
If we get a little closer, I could try casting an illusion to see if it reacts to something.
Okay. If we're going to do that, let's do it very slowly. And start creeping forward.
Who else is creeping up with Augustine? You two?
I don't creep.
Okay.
By noise.
As you
I'm not
two-
a sneaky individual. I will stay back.
Okay. As you two creep up, I'd like to both make wisdom saving
Gray will sneak up. No, Gray's tired.
Yeah, I was gonna
Gray's
say.
been through a lot.
throws. Couple days.
Jonathan on Gray's behalf.
Gray was having a rough time before he even got to this point.
Right.
Or he got to this at
18 for me.
18? 7. You feel fairly fine. You feel or hear.
Yeah. Just in case it impacts anything.
You have magical resistance, don't you?
Yes.
Then this would be an advantage.
Advantage. Advantage.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. You don't hear anything.
Cool.
Alright. Totally Pink Panthering this.
So we don't hear anything, we don't get the impression that there was anything that, like, someone tried anything?
There is, actually, because it is you two, there is something about this gem, this light. There's something about the ring of flowers and mushrooms below it that calls to the two of you. It's not so much as like a charm or something, but there's something familiar. Augustine, you feel it faintly. You, Kari, you never. This is foreign to you. You have no idea what this is, but there's something innately familiar about this light and these plants, and you cannot understand. Neither of you really even know what this is, but as you get close enough to cast minor illusion,
That's what I was gonna do.
okay, you get close enough and you cast minor illusion on it, and it seems generally unaffected by this.
How close are we at this point?
You said within 30 feet?
That's where I need to be, although I do, like, whatever distance we were at whenever that effect hit or we first picked it up, Augustina is marking that as, like, the danger point.
That was about 30 or so feet behind y'all.
Alright, I'll grab a little stick. If I note her like marking it, I'll grab like a little stick and stick it in the ground like a flag.
Okay. Well, y'all feel this, and it's the strangest sense of familiarity, and yet something about it puts you slightly on edge. And I would say Mare and Rory, with you guys hanging further back in your high passive perceptions, you begin to see something moving in the water around where they're at as they're getting closer. The landscape here, I mean, definitely it rises and goes down as the banks come up and down, but the water, the bog, as it would, this where they're at is on a semi-island as they're sort of on it, coming out of the bog and looking at what this is. You see Mayor or Augustina cast this minor illusion that seems generally effective, but the two of you, you and Rory, you all see something move in the water.
As soon as I see it, I call to them and let them know.
As you call out to them, y'all sort of, yes.
Just because Gray's there, and to minimize noise, if you say something, Gray will actually cast a message.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So as you go and he casts a message, triggering you, informing you of the danger, what do?
I'm gonna kind of pause, and I'm gonna look at Kari and be like,
Do you have to pee? This is not really the time for that.
We dealt with snakes once in water. Like, I point down and you think I have to pee. Snakes don't work.
Gray is going to see the confusion and send it to Kari.
As you all begin to have confusion, you see coming out of the water, almost like shooting up, wings curled and then flowing out, the form of a black dragon. Shoots itself out and looks at the two of y'all. And we'll pick that up next time.
No.
Not anymore.
I had strong suspicions we'd have something like this.
Oh
Oh, yes.
It's comparable to the size of the dragon y'all fought previously.
Okay. Okay.
no. Okay, we're stronger now.
But as it shoots up and is immediately in front of you two,
Eat the last one.
it definitely seems imposing, as you two are fairly close to it, and the rest of y'all are a little bit further away.
Here we go. God preserve me.
We will pick up there.
Why?
Here.
Oh. Hopefully with a full crew.
Yep.
We can do this. We can do this.
We can do this. We don't really have a choice. It's either do this or die.
Nobody's allowed to die.
No.
Did you still have your third, or did you use it?
No, I have it.
What I thought. Hey, at least it's not snakes.
At least it's not
No,
snakes.
This is like Snake has evolved multiple times. Like
this is Snake's final form.
yes.
Snake's on a plane. This is Snake is a plane.
This is like
This
the
is
ultimate
like-
digi-evolution for the snake.
I was gonna say Snake is like the baby form, and then Dragon is like the ultimate form.
This is Dratini versus Dragonite. All right.